What is going on, guys? Welcome back. So today I want to talk about something that could be a game changer for some of you. For some of you, this may be the final piece that you need to finally recover from anxiety, because a big part of anxiety is anticipatory anxiety. Okay, so this is going to help a lot with that. Make sure you watch this whole video so you can get the value, but you know what time it is. Smash the like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. Sorry for not producing any videos over the past couple weeks. It's been very busy this time of the year. I've got 4 children. There's Christmas lunches, Thanksgiving lunches, Christmas programs. I got another one tonight. Festivities, all that stuff, shopping. So it's been busy, but I really want to try to commit to making a video every day for the rest of this month, guys. So make sure that you come back and you watch. Because I really want to be around to help you guys out through the holidays. This is a tough time of the year. Speaking of anticipatory anxiety, we anticipate feeling anxious at our kids', Christmas lunch, or we anticipate getting nervous or having a nervous stomach whenever we go to a Christmas program or being around family or being in social situations. There's endless and countless amounts of things that go on from mid-November through January 1st with New Year's Day, okay? So there's a lot of things going on, and I don't want you guys to miss out on everything. So the first thing that I want you to make a commitment to is to not avoid. Avoiding something is not going to fix anything. The problem is still going to be there no matter what. If you avoid going to a family thing for the holidays, it's not going to magically make that fear go away, right? You're trying to stay in your comfort zone. You're trying to stay in your little bubble. It does not fix anything. You are trying your hardest not to poke the bear, right? Or to aggravate your anxiety. We have to show up to actually be able to practice and to confront our fears, right? Getting past anxiety, there's a lot of things that go into it, right? Desensitizing, relaxing the body. But the biggest chunk to me, at least this is my opinion, and this is what I had to go through, was facing the things that I was afraid of doing. There were some things that I was afraid of doing before I had anxiety disorder. And there was a ton of things that I was afraid of doing after I developed anxiety and panic disorder and health anxiety. And those things did involve holiday functions. So the first thing is we have to show up to even have a chance to get better. So remember that next time you're wanting to avoid or you're wanting to cancel plans, it doesn't fix anything. That problem will still be there. We hope that maybe next month I'll be in a better place. Sure, you could get a little bit of momentum and stuff at home, but exposure is still going to be difficult the first time you go and do it, probably the first few times you go and do it. So don't avoid. That's the first big mistake, okay? The next thing is we got to start working on our anticipatory anxiety. This is a huge problem when it comes to anxiety disorder. Again, we worry about something happening. Oh my God, and surprise, surprise, it happens. And it's not just with these holiday things. It could be with driving. It could be with you going to work, with anything, guys, whatever triggers you, whatever thing is coming up, we worry about something bad happening. And it's like we are writing our own book, our own story. We are writing it in. I'm going to freak out whenever I get in the car and have to go on this 2-hour drive. You are telling your subconscious what's going to happen. You are already prepping your subconscious to freak out, which is then going to send symptoms to you and make you freak out even more. And then you're going to freak out back, and it's just going to be this vicious cycle. You are already indicating that place or that thing is a dangerous situation. You are already prepping your subconscious and letting it know, like, you're unintentionally really doing it, but you're still doing it. You are prepping your subconscious to be like, hey, whenever we get in a car, freak me out, so I get out of the car. That's how it sees it anyways. That's how your subconscious views it. It's just trying to protect you at the end of the day. We have to justify that we don't need these symptoms and we don't need protecting just because we're going on a 2-hour drive or because we're going to go see grandma for Christmas. We have to indicate that there's no need for these symptoms, these messages. That's a safe place. Things can be good, right? So we are anticipating bad things to happen, and then they happen. This happened with me with just, again, countless different scenarios and situations, okay? So the thing that I want you to start doing today is to start actually planting seeds that things could be different And if things do go sideways, which, hell, there's a decent chance that they'll go sideways, I'm going to be optimistic and positive that I'll be able to handle that situation better. I'm going to make changes, whether that be I'm not going to get up and go outside. I'm going to stay in the living room whenever I start to feel some of these symptoms, right? Even if they come up, I'm going to try to stay in the living room with my family and visit. Even if I get quiet, usually I'll go and I'll leave, or I'll leave the house, or I'll just go back home. I don't want to do that. That would be a great improvement, right? What can I improve on? Make a list of your anxiety-related behaviors that you exhibit whenever you start to get stressed and anxious, you know? Whenever I'm on that 2-hour drive, I'm not going to white-knuckle the freaking steering wheel, you know? I'm not going to do that. Or I'm not going to have to call mom again. I want to be able to just rely on myself. Make a list of goals for each of these things that are coming up, which are going to be exposure for you at the end of the day, right? Now start visualizing these things going well. This is how we plant seeds. If you don't have a belief or have faith that something is going to work or something's going to be good for you when it comes to this anxiety thing, it's not. You know, there might be one out of every, I don't know, just a very rare amount of you that might just get lucky. Because I guess sometimes, randomly, sometimes our subconscious won't freak out on us in a situation, right? But you can't bank on that. You can't count on that. These symptoms are habits, right? So we actually have to have a belief that things can be better. We have to plant that seed for our subconscious to ever believe it. Now, just because I have a belief that things are going to get better, whether it's going to be this drive or this visit or I'm going to recover, right? You have to believe that you're going to recover too. You know, I have to get my subconscious to believe that. Now, does that necessarily mean that it's going to just jump ship and just be like, okay, everything's fine. That's all you had to say, that you believe. No, that's the hard part. It takes time, but it starts with the seed of belief and faith, right? And you can do this with visualization. I'm going to visualize that drive going smooth because it could, you know, it could go smoothly. It could go better, you know, and you can even visualize, you know, if things do get rowdy, you handle it right? I'm just going to relax on the steering wheel, or I'm just going to sit here and relax my body on the couch instead of getting up and pacing and leaving the house outside of grandma's or going back home and racing home. Visualize things going good. Take it to the next step. It doesn't have to be you visualizing just like not exhibiting anxiety behaviors or going through those or leaving or something. It could be like visualize having a great conversation with your family. You know, visualize eating dinner and all the flavors and all the things without having to worry about, you know, palpitations because of you eating. Visualize you having your favorite song on in the car when you're on this 2-hour trip, you know, and visualize the exciting things that's going to happen when you get there. Visualization is so powerful. You can do this in the form of meditation, right? That's a great way to do it because you're relaxing the body and everything like that. Your head isn't clouded with all these other thoughts, you know, bumping off of each other. You can just solely focus on visualization. You know, it doesn't have to be guided meditation. Just put on some meditative music, relax the body, do your deep breathing or a breathing technique for a little bit, and then slip into the visualization part of it. Visualizing things going good, that drive going good, you know, that visit going well. Plant the seeds. Plant the seeds. Play little movies. What we do is we play horrible movies. Instead of daydreaming, we were day nightmaring. You know, remember whenever you were a kid, you were daydreaming about that car or that boy or that girl that you wanted to be with, or being in a band, or all these things, you know, like you would get good feelings from that, right? Good feelings. It sparked good emotions and feelings, hope and belief. Well, think about what we do. We just visualize that trip going horribly, or I'm going to have a panic attack, or, you know, even if you want to go or have to go, things are going to be terrible. We have to change that thought process, and visualization in the right way can be amazing for you. Look at that squirrel back there on the fence. But visualization is a great way to spark this belief and faith that things are going to be okay. Start using that today. And as always, guys, if you want more help with the holidays coming up with your anxiety recovery process, check out my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp, in the description and in the first pinned comment. It's been changing people's lives. I want you to be a part of that if you haven't yet. Let me read you a review real quick. Just signed up to this today, and after an hour of reading, I already feel so much better. I really hesitated about the course, but I am completely blown away by how much is in it. Trey has really put in so much effort into this course. It is excellent. I am only beginning it, but can see all the courses, the step-by-step guides, etc. that are in it. Loads of videos too. So happy that I made the decision to begin this and start my recovery. So be a part of that, guys. Coaching info is down there as well. I'm going to be trying my hardest to make a video every single day for you guys. So please come back and check in with me at least a few times before the new year comes around to catch up on videos. Or if you want to come back every day, that would be great too. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching the videos. It's been an amazing, going on. We're getting close to like 10 years since I started making videos here. Thank you guys so much for the support. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.